Hello. Yes, this is the channel YouTube video one of the genius and the moron, and we have to decipher on talking about common topics to see who really is the moron and the genius. Well, we know who it is, obviously, and so we're going to talk about certain topics today, and the global government, I guess, is the first one because that's why I have my disguise. But anyway.
Why do you have your disguise?
Speak louder.
Why do you have your disguise?
Because the global governments are not very nice. They're very horrible, ugly.
In what way are they ugly and horrible? And actually, talking of ugly and horrible, you're the one looking into the camera.
Well, I'm usually very pretty, but this is not my usually good day. My hair day, bad hair day, sorry. But we're going to talk about the global government. This stupid person, I believe, I mean, you decide who's stupid or not, believes there's no global government, but he thinks that all his neighbors are squeaky clean.
How do you know I'm a he, for a start? I'm behind the camera.
But you look like
You're so sexist. You'd think because of my voice that I'm a he. And you're right, there is no global government. Only people of a very limited intelligence would believe that there is a global government. People who would put on a pink mask and a wig and look into a camera and say, there's a global government. Now, please elucidate on your theory of a global government. What does it control?
Well, the global government controls everyone except me. See, I'm a whistleblower, even though I don't even know how to whistle. And I'm not a blower.
That's not what I hear. I hear you blow everyone.
No, I don't have a blower meaning...
Under the Queensborough Bridge.
No, I don't mean a blower for the landscaping, like the I'm not talking about, Jesus. Anyway, so, yeah, there is a global government because everything in history has...
Who's in charge of the global government?
Mr. Global, of course. He changed his name. He's Mr. World, but Global sounds a little bit more clever. But yeah, he's a very big guy. I mean, you know how you picture God with a big cloud, is a big fat, sort of like.
So is God in charge of the global government?
No,
you mentioned
no,
God.
but it's like a mafia boss, with the big husky.
So he's Italian. So the head of the global government is Italian.
Well, he looks Italian like God. God's sort of like Italian.
And what does God look like?
Well, he sort of has that Italian feeling.
Oh, he does. Does he wear a hat and smoke a cigar? Have a scar face? That's what God looks like, is it?
Yes. Well, that's why he punishes everybody. I mean, think about it. He put us on a
I thought God was good. That's the same.
Well,
God is good.
Well, he's good if you just talk about God 24 hours a day, but most people
So
can't.
now he's a vengeful God. He's a vengeful Italian
Yes.
God. That's what we're talking
Yes,
about.
when we're punished, it's like a mafia boss taking a cigar, and putting it out on your skin. That's what he loves that. But
this is God now.
Yeah, the analogy is the cigar going against your skin.
So that's obviously where we get the analogy Godfather. Because Godfather, the head of the global government, is the Godfather.
Yes, you have a good point.
And is this in Milan or Sicily?
Yeah, actually, the scriptures really said, in the beginning there was the Godfather, but they changed the translation. No, I shouldn't say that, but I scratch that from the record. I love religion, I love gods, I love all the gods. Oh, what am I saying?
You do? You love
no,
all the
actually, I
gods?
believe in multiple gods. To hedge my bets, of course. Even though I'm not a gambler.
But God doesn't like betting. It's a sin. he doesn't like money changes.
Well, of course. Why do you think there was no New York gambling for all those years? God didn't allow it because it was sacrilegious. It had nothing to do with the lobbyists in the casino industry. It had to do with God was saying no gambling in New York State forever. And actually,
So that's kind of like God's really interested in all the places on earth. He's really interested in New York State, is he?
No. Listen, gambling.
Where does he live? Mount Olympus or Mount?
Hard Rock. He lives in a big Hard Rock in the sky, the casino Hard Rock. But anyway, no, listen. There's a lot of vices in the world, and one of the vices is gambling. So he tries to limit the gambling licenses around the world, not just New York. It's everywhere.
Well, he's not very successful, is he? Because there's gambling everywhere.
Well, we're in the end days, so he has to.
Oh, so we're in the end days. Well, why don't you expound on that? We're in the end days. How long do we have left?
Well, according to you, after I punch you out after this, you won't have much time.
Well, good luck with that.
It's your end day.
Yes. So how long do we have in the end days?
Well, the Bible's a little unclear. The Bible says check your iPhone every 24 hours. Chapter 6.
You crack yourself up, don't you? Check your iPhone.
Well, it is kind of silly. No, but God says clearly in Revelation.
The God? Is that like a God, the God, or is there a God above all the gods? The
Revelation says there's creatures in the council in the last days, and these creatures, actually,
and we're in the last days now.
Yeah, the last days could be.
What are these creatures' names?
They don't give them names because they're hideous. They're in the council. They're having.
Like Beelzebub.
It's like the Godfather has their own council of captains.
Right. Yeah, capos. Capos, yeah.
Yeah. So God has
so
the
they're
creatures.
not Escalon and Beelzebub.
They're capo creatures.
The
capo creature. The capo creatures.
They're not the names of devils or anything like that, like Bismillah or Beelzebub or.
No, this is different. Those are the angels. No, those are the
that.
angels. We're not talking about the angels. It specifically says there's creatures, and if you go to the Bible studies, they overlook that line, creatures. And they'll say, if you ask a question, they'll say it was misinterpreted or mistranslated.
Well, when you say you go to Bible study, you mean a Bible study of a specific religion, and what religion would that be? Or are you talking about all religions? Or let me. Sorry about that. You're talking about all Christian religions now, aren't you? You're not talking about Buddhism or Sikhism or anything like that.
No, well, Native American and all in ancient cultures, the end times is also, even in Hinduism, has also been mentioned. They don't call it end times; they call it the last cycle or the last age, and it's similar. The catastrophe, not meaning when I burnt my dinner last night, will come in the end time. But anyway, so the end times it's all similar. It could be a fire. Well, the Christian Bible says it can't be a flood because we had one. God doesn't like to, the Godfather doesn't like the same mistake twice. So it's.
Oh, so you're saying the first flood was a mistake?
Well, it was to get rid of the giants. You see, Adam was a giant.
Adam was?
Yes, he was a giant.
He was?
Yeah,
and Eve was a giant too?
No, I'm sorry. Adam was well, there was a race of giants before Adam and Eve. I'm sorry. When Eve had relations with the sons of God, with the angels, the offspring were giants.
Oh, so Eve was around before Adam? Is that what you're saying?
No. Eve had relations with Adam.
Yeah, but you said...
And relations with the devil. And when the angel, had not just that one angel, with all the fallen angels, she was sleeping around with all the fallen angels.
Oh, so Eve was a slut?
Well, the Bible. The Bible tries. The Bible doesn't want to say slut. The translation is not slut. It says non-virgin.
Oh, non-virgin.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't
Sounds
want.
Like you're virgin on
yeah, because if kids read the Bible, they don't want to see the word slut in the translation.
No, I understand that.
It's like Mary was a virgin and Eve was a non-slut. No wait.
Right.
Or whatever.
So we're talking about Eve and we're talking about Adam, but Eve slept with giants. Is that what you're saying?
No, Eve slept with Adam and had Cain and Abel.
And
Cain was.
Wait. Cain, Abel, and one other. What was
Seth.
the name?
Seth.
Don't forget Seth.
No,
Seth. Now, was Seth a giant?
No, Seth.
Why is he not
No, Seth was
anymore?
the legitimate one. Seth was the good one, the good bloodline. But Cain was the one that killed Abel, and the reason why Cain killed Abel, Cain's father was the devil that slept with Eve, where Abel's father was Adam that slept with Eve. So we have so many people sleeping around. It's horrendous. I mean,
you mean begatting? They were all begatting each other.
Well,
they would begat in the back seat of cars at the drive-in. And
and the Adam
and Eve begat each other.
Well, and the Bible says there's no cars in the Garden of Eden, but it does mention back seats for some reason.
Begatting. There's a lot of begatting in the Bible. There's you know, and you get Eve, and you know that kind of.
By the
thing.
way, the world's gonna end in a second. It's 10 minutes. I think we should cut this short because the
Well,
end.
we're on 9 minutes 29, so at least let's do 10 minutes.
No, but the world's gonna end soon. It's the.
All right. Well.
Wait. We have to go to video 2. I'm sorry,
Well,
but I have to go.
Just hang
Look,
on.
look.
Wait a second. If we're going to finish it, that's fine.
No,
but
the world is the end days. It's Bible's
Yeah,
revelation. I'm
that's
sorry.
fine,
The
but-
catastrophe. My ex-wife is coming too. That's another end. It's going to be end times if she shows up now with me with this this costume that the global government could. You know, the Godfather, the God is going to go after me too if we don't end this now. I have to go, and I'm
Okay.
gonna
Well,
okay,
anyway,
bye.
wait.
Wait,
You've got the
sorry.
music to cue you
What
out.
music?
We're cueing you out on the music. If you've given enough of your wisdom for one day, we're going to cue you out on the
The
music.
music. Oh my God, that sounds like something from a Y50. What the hell is that? Oh my God, I gotta go.